Hey, what up guys? So we're back with another Warhammer 40k reaction video. If you're new channel, welcome. This one is called Dark Elder Story Thief's Lament. It's by WarriorTier, and also, as always, shout out and credit goes to WarriorTier for providing amazing videos. If you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out his channel, show some love, make sure to hit that notification bell, make sure to like, comment, subscribe on his channel. And besides that, I'm really looking forward to this video because he's always been putting out amazing content. So without anything else, let's jump into it.
Long before the plague of man.
Oh, this voice is different.
The galactic arena. My family plowed the violet tides of the infinite gulfs of space. Ours was the way of the enslaver.
Aren't Dark Eldars like dark elves?
The butcher, the breaker, the ever-present conqueror. Our fleets were legend. Our shadows cast dread into the hearts of those worlds over which we passed. We poured 1 billion souls into the pit of our blessed mother Gamora.
My god, 1 billion? Gamora.
That once hallowed, sacred world of power, controlled now by degenerates, fools, and fraudsters. They too will come to know me well, though they wish they hadn't. Indulge me. Let me tell you of my namesake's past conquest.
By the way, I'm sorry if I come out a little dark, guys. It's dark outside.
Its name is, for the sake of this tale, irrelevant. In the towers of the library, Sector 7, the being that had once been known as Dahan Terran clicked along on his daily route.
Oh, he's part of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Daily task. No one in the library knew that a series of codes had been laced into the cognition unit that had replaced 9/10 of the Dahan's brain. Codes placed by my 10 times great-grandfather.
That's a pretty cool looking armor and weapon.
Allow him to track the movements of all inside the library. You may ask yourself, why? Why would he need to track 1,000 humans? Well, it's not because they were interesting, but because of something contained within the library. Said something was a relic, stolen from my family in days that have faded into legend. The Claw of Baharek. Severed from the arm of what beings would call a greater demon. Kept as a trophy by my family for centuries. Torn by the grasping hands of fools. My forebearer, Tiberani Forgrain, the poison man set to 5 would-be kings, had watched the world for a decade. The cold mechanisms of his mind doing what they did best.
Dude, he's just swinging a head around.
A singular demonstration of the Revenger's art.
I really like the armor design and the ship designs. Look at that.
Mr. Smith flew from orbit in the dead of night. He made landfall 10 miles from the city where the library stood. He and his cadre of 9 incubi walked those miles whilst his ship melted slaves shut down the external security of the city. And it wasn't long before the alarms began their pointless cry. I have mentioned the Revenger's arts. Allow me to tell you that none possess the level of finesse for such work. None save my kin and I. We learn the hard way what is needed in this galaxy. Our erstwhile kin, the ELDAR, call us monsters. They are also fools.
Whoa, look at that.
Tabani spent 24 days killing the city and the library was a part of. 24 days of finesse of blood. 24 days of perfection. Just as the painter is defined by her great works, so is the murderer.
Man, the
You don't
delivery
like
of that line.
word, do you? Murderer. It conjures images of innocence and noble heroes clad in gold standing against the dark. Pathetic. If you believe that you are not a murderer, let me ask you this. How many souls have been killed so that you can sit there and judge my kin and I? How many innocent bones do you stand atop? Are you truly willing to sit here and tell me that you are a saint? A saint alone in a galaxy of the guilty? You poor, deluded bag of meat. My namesake would have loved to meet you. In my family, there's a saying when planning extreme violence: line the streets. It means nothing to those who do not know our history. But that Imperial world I mentioned,
Irrelevant.
when the scouting parties of humans appeared on the borders of that city to investigate the silence of their radios, well, they found the streets lined with the crucified bodies of the city's populace. Terrible, isn't it?
That's a scary image right there.
Well, the trust is simple. The people in that city were destined for nothing other than a violent death. They would have starved to death, died of dehydration, or just simply have died in the front line of a battle that would never have mattered. Instead, their pointless lives were turned into meaningful deaths. If there's beauty in life,
These are really
which we
cool
all know
images.
there is, then there is more art in death. Well, in murder,
What is that?
to be precise, a fool will kill his enemy and leave it there. He will accept revenge or justice.
What is that
or
creature?
desire and leave his foe deceased. This is a waste. Many
Oh,
times,
dude.
Great grandfather taught us all a lesson. If your enemies deserve the energy of killing them, at least make their death worth the effort.
Oh, that's a line.
He certainly did that. It took him 4 days to make the chord ensemble. Humans have a very particular series of vocal cords, which evolved in a very particular way. When a human throat is cut, and certain oils are applied to the said chords, one can make them an instrument so perfect that it beggars belief. The chord ensemble was made from the city's ruling patriarch and his various concubines. You see, in life they were just rotting, sweating, greedy piles of fat. But in death, they became something else, something unique, something pure, and something truly beautiful.
So you're saying that dead
They would
humans
have
are
lived
better
to
than
the age of
alive?
200, doing
Dude, that is
nothing but
scary.
mating like wild porcine beasts. Instead, they were made into art. They were displayed and made whole. Of course, they were also taught a lesson. Don't steal from us. And if you do, make damn sure we never find you. My great-grandfather played his song, the Lament.
That's a cool armor
of the
design.
Thief, and the vocal cords of the ruling family. The original vid recordings are held in perpetuity and several thousand libraries. Said recordings are used for all sorts of educational purposes.
Educational.
If you're paying attention, you'll remember that only 10 of my kin went into the city. Because there were 10 members of the Black Star Orchestra. My forebear and his incubi. Beautiful, isn't it? Be honest here. Put aside your feigned morality. Forget your enforced laws and ask yourself why you impose limits on your imagination. When you break free of that, you'll realize that there's far more than you can imagine. You may not be the deft revenger that I am. You certainly won't be the conductor of blood that my great-grandfather
Oh, nice outfit.
was. But you might be capable of something good. Trust me here. In everyone, there is a single great work. A painting, a piece of music, a blade perhaps. A painter is only as good as their tools. And there is not a single more honest thing in the galaxy than steel. If you could sing, if you have the ears to listen, and oh my, it can make others sing too. That whole city learned to sing thanks to the blades of my ancestor, and that song was not quickly forgotten. One of the bodies of the concubines is still on display somewhere on Kamora, cords and all. I intend one day to find it.
Bro, the
and
bodies
play
are
the thief's
impaled.
lament once more on the instrument it was written for. My ancestor left that city as the sun rose. He left the streets silent, witnessed only by sightless, flayed corpses. As the sun rose, the light shone down on the main street of the city, and as the morning breeze blew, it whistled through 1,000 precisely positioned corpses, who, in death, sang together the thief's lament.
Oh.
He got the claw back. The humans even placed it in a slightly better void-shielded containment unit. How kind. How terrible. How barbaric. All those innocent lives cut short. Murdered. Flayed and displayed like hunting trophies. The poor darlings. You're as naive as the ELDAR, believing that all life deserves a chance, that there can never be peace. But you'll never, ever hear a Farseer admit that it was her ilk
That was a different
copulated
armor
so
design.
vigorously and for so long that they birthed a being beyond their kin. A being who went on to twist our race. A being who demanded the songs of self-sacrifice as payment
Who is
for
that?
life. I admit, most of my kind are Slaneshi whores, who are good for nothing beyond pleasure and pride. But do not think us all alike. Assuming you know your enemy is the fastest way to destruction. As is not knowing your enemy. My kind learned that young. Do not think we can all be distracted of drugs and shining lights. Some of us are far, far worse. Some of us earn our scars and murder pits as children. We break bones to hear the crack and drink the blood from removed hearts while they still beat. But we know the truth. Life is cheap in our universe. The universe does not care for us, and skin is nothing but dust waiting to be remade. We are capable of living that truth. If you can be strong enough. My kind have enslaved millions, and we will continue to do so without apology or pause. Why? Because some of us are made to reign, and some are made to serve. The weak are conquered and subjugated, as it is nature's decree. And tell me,
the strongest survive.
Is the viper evil for consuming eggs from a nest? Or is it merely an artist painting the portraits that it was made to paint? Do not think you can judge us until you've seen how the universe wished to treat us. And don't think we don't know the quickest way to your bedside. We were cast into the dark by our righteous ELDAR kin, and they left us there. They did not expect us to don the crown of the aristocracy. Just as the other lower life forms do not realize that their hides are the canvas on which we paint. For blood
this is really
paint. And the galaxy will bleed.
Alright guys, well, this one's a lot darker and scarier than the last ones. But then again, the last ones were like motivation videos and speeches, so I guess maybe that's why. But the voice acting was a lot different compared to the past ones, so I really like that. And I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. It's starting to get dark, so I do apologize about that. But in my opinion, I say the dark lighting actually kind of matches the atmosphere and mood of the video. So I say, in a way, it was kind of like a nice touch. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I really did. So shout out and credit goes out to WarriorTier again for providing amazing content. And if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And also thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.